I logged in today and I noticed I got one of those bounty tokens. And that reminded me, whenever you have a merch alt or anything, keep in mind how many tokens you have, because that's free money. So we're gonna go claim our free money. And it's an easy few grand too. Really adds up. So we got our bounty vendor. Trade our tokens in. A 150 Shrive ring. Huh. I think it has fit and maybe defense on it. I'll show you my little technique for pricing. So you look at the item in question. I guess he's not in the area yet, but we can wait. We'll just keep doing what we're doing while we're waiting. Keep this chat box open. When we open that, we'll grab 2 tokens. Buy a mount. Anyone will do. Just has to be at a level 2. So don't buy a tier 2 level 1, buy 2 tier 1s and then make them a level 2. A little bit confusing, but I'm sure you know what I mean. So you get basically half of your money back, which you should only do on a merch alt. If it's a real character, you should definitely aim to upgrade your own mount with them. Alright, so back to business. We'll check what we got in the mailbox. Resto sales. Alright, let's see this ring. Alright, now looking at this ring, it's got a decent amount of vid on it. Let's just do 6 times 7, say it's 420 plus a little bit more defense. Based on the stats alone, this ring should probably be worth, I don't know, 100 grand, 80 grand. We'll just give them our price range. But some things, it doesn't really matter how rare they are or anything. Just look at the stats. Ask yourself, why would you want to use this? And looking at this is good for any class, and the set bonus is good for casters. And it's a really viable way of pricing things. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know the price on a lot of things, and I refuse to believe it. I believe an item is worth what someone's willing to pay. There's no such thing as a set price. So just use your best judgment and you should be alright. Alright, we got another thing to price. Let's see. Alright, now this one, it doesn't give that much health. So it's kind of inferior and it's really old. It's not that rare. I don't think rare jewelry is worth anything. People like the seeable stuff. Alright, let's see. 150 health, a little bit of evasion. This is what I'm gonna say. 10 to 15 grand. It's not that good. You just get an Otherworld bracelet instead. And these are prices I think it'll sell in a reasonable amount of time too. Alright, let's keep getting stuff. We won that rhyme bomb from the other episode for our collection, selling chests, backpack expansions, more chests, chest. Easy money, man, easy money. Idols, slowly getting rid of them. The rest of our energy licks. More chests. Wonder how much we're going to end up with after this. Hopefully a good amount. I've been selling 1 stacks a little bit since it wasn't selling the greatest recently. But as long as we're getting rid of them, we're going somewhere, we're doing good. Money is money, I'll take it. Especially when it's this easy. Firestorm. That Druid Ammy. Restos. More Restos. More Restos. Chests. Some cheap Restos to resell. Free money. I love this part, just seeing how much I make. Alright, we got rid of that Morty ring. Now I bought a crap ton of idols. Normally you don't want to do this, but they were so cheap. This is like, what, 1,700 idols for 55 grand? That's like 30 gold each. Can resell them over time. I bought these chests for slightly under 40 grand each. Not the greatest price, but we'll make some money, and we also got rid of our competition. And that's what we want to do. Backpack expansion. Cheap heroic ammy. Resell it for more. And we got this dark spear that I sold. I bought this dark spear and a 200 offhand axe for $1 million, and I sold the spear for $1 million alone. So that's great. We're not going to look at that mail yet. I respect privacy. So we're at 164 million. And this new blue stacks really messed up my inventory. Nothing's organized, nothing's grouped, but I can figure out where stuff is. One important thing is that I'm going to have to get rid of these chests. Because on the forums it said that there's going to be a new update next month. And there will likely be chests. There's chests in almost every update. So I'm kind of worried there, but we'll deal with it. What can we buy? What can we buy? Alright, so 75 grand on that mount token. That's fair. There's a mighty tier. Rather have that, but still not good enough. I could make a little bit on that, but I'm not doing it. Not worth my time. There's been some decent stuff in the auction house lately. Alright, that's our ripoff. A lot of fashion. No bid. I wonder why these are eonable but not sunlit. So, I mean, it's not like I want sunlit to be eonable because I have sunlit, but you know what I'm saying. Alright, we're not buying that. A little bit too much for us. We could probably bid on it, but I got enough stuff to sell. I think we'll be good. No bid. 4 phoenix eggs. Maybe I should buy those and have 9. But that kind of worries me with those numbers. Oh yeah, this is a death trap right here. If a Hrungnir bracelet doesn't have heat damage or armor or even health on it, it's trash. In my opinion, at least. I don't want any Hrungnir bracelet that doesn't have damage on it, because that's the main draw of them. Wait a minute, Light Forged? Token Fashion's poison. It's a good price, I'm not buying that. Another one of these staves. I think there's only 3 on Lugh, and I owned 2 at once before. And it's not good. It's a pretty crappy staff. I did an item review on it. It has its uses, but overall, there's better ones. Looks nice though. Ghost form's fun to mess around with. Right, we're not paying that. This is a good brace. It's ranged combat that's the only problem. Don't know why I list them for the same price. We're not buying that. A little bit too much for us. I mean, it's a good wand to use if you don't have a Grimoire, but the proc's never going to go off because you're not going to hit anything. Just going to have a rough time to sell it. Maybe we'll have something in here we could buy though. Got a tiny bit more to go. That's not a bad price, but it took us too long to sell it before. Alright, so we're not going to list the sword since we already have competition on that for the price we want to sell it. So what can we sell? Well, some news too. I sold the dark helmet for 60 chests. So alright, let's see. What can we do? We could do this ice shard helmet. We're going to do some of the stuff that we want to get rid of, and some of the stuff that is different. We're going to try and mix it up a little bit, but we're going to include these helmets and the spears too, because the faster we sell those, the better. So we got Shadow Spear, and since the Dark Spear sold the day we listed it, it shows us that people want these items, they just can't afford them. That's the only problem. So we might have to wait for double plat to sell them. Or some new chests, maybe people will rush for those. So we got offhands. We could sell this quiver. Type axe, because I can't find it. I bought this for 320 grand. We might make like, what, 50 grand maybe? But, hey, it's something that doesn't conflict with the stuff we're selling. So it's a nice marketable item. In theory, it's a good investment because we have the money to do so. And people are going to want it eventually. I think this is a good price for that. Jewelry. We sold a set of those rare cookbooks for 200 grand and 2 Druid Aggie bracelets. So let's see. Let's pull them up. The Nature's Touch bracelets, they're very rare. Because a lot of the old players like to hoard them. Because they're great. So you don't see too many around today. We'll see if we can get a nice price out of it. I don't know if it's going to work, but that's why we try. And the other one is Lightning Strike, which is pretty helpful for DPS druids. But we're going to list it lower because it has lower demand. Alright, now avoiding all that stuff, we want to list these Ammies. Heroic Amulet of Energy. It's like 90 grand in the shop. And the better one we can list for a decent price. We can also do these skein rings. They've been sitting in my inventory a little bit too long. We're not going to list the blade leaf though, we're going to wait on that until some of these sell. We're going to throw these in there. They're pretty sucky Ammies, but at least we'll give them some variety. And they look cheap too. We want to throw the sneaky attack ring in there. Tokens. Put one egg in there. Make it look like we're not holding 5. Because that'll decrease the demand a little bit. We'll sell one for $75.80. Cooking, we could list the ones we have spares of. For a little bit more since we have less. Now I'm telling you, I'm only gonna sell my very last books if I can get an insane offer on them. Alright, so mincemeat pie. That's the other one. Yeah, I mean, because why shouldn't I? I can hold them over people's heads. And that's basically what I plan on doing. What else? What else? We sold backpacks so we could throw them in there. Maybe some banks to go with it. Since we've shown in Rags to Riches that banks are OP. Better than backpacks in my opinion. But most people don't share that opinion with me. Restos. I don't need to change up the consumables, they almost always sell. 5 more slots, put some health regens in there. Put some thunders. Snow. And we'll do 5s for the other 2. You know, it's kind of funny, we're getting even more chests than we're selling. I wonder how the next update's gonna be. I'm worried. But if we're making net worth, we're getting somewhere. So I'll take the investment. I just kind of sad because I want to see a $250 million, you know. But if it's better for me in the long term, it's the best course of action. Alright, we're all good there. So we'll see where we can go from here.